to Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina, site of tonight's Spittin Venom Podcast ARCA Series race. Currently 13 drivers here. 4 minutes left to go in registration and qualifying. We'll see if anybody else shows up. 10 of our 12 playoff drivers are here. The 2 Hoytsmas not present. Watching Hayden on the 67 Napa car spin out in his qualifying effort on his first timed lap. He'll have to head back to the pits and try again. Watch playoff driver Jeremy Scher. It's Tracker Chevy. Margison's first one to put a lap on the board. Travis Martin quickly surplants him as the #1 driver. His Taco Bell Chevy goes to the top of the charts, and Jeremy Scher, as we were watching, goes to the top. 15 car, good looking car tonight. I like all the white on it. See a lot of black tracker cars. The white one's kind of cool. Martin's second lap stays. Nope, he jumps up to the pole. For a minute there, just showed that he completed the lap and never changed his position, but there he is. Travis Martin up to the top spot with a 24-21. Jeremy Scher's second lap was slower. He'll stay second. Catalano squats in third on his first lap. See if he can pick up on lap 2. Lap 2 considerably slower for Catalano. Will stay in the third spot. Hayden Lowell regroups and gets that 67 Napa car up to the pole position. And hello, Chrissy, how are you? Trenton's first lap put him in 7th. Second lap does pick up 24.30, puts him in 4th. Moves his Corvette up the charts to 4th place. Mike Edwards' second lap in his special car for tonight goes up to the 4th spot. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Jeff Price, another playoff contender. Currently 8th on the board. Say 24-29, and that should move him up quite a bit. Up to the 5th spot. 9 of our 13 cars have put in a qualifying effort. I'm well, Scott. How are you, my friend? Looks like Trenton gets some extra practice in. Thought Montrose might do the same. The one car a bit of a struggle in qualifying. Trenton going to do a drift session, apparently. He's going to drop it down off the track. Catalano getting some more laps in. We'll watch him for a minute. We could track down Hayden. So it looks like we have completed qualifying. But of course, Hayden's not in chat, so we can't have a word with our pole sitter. We'll go back Travis Martin then. Trevor Chav, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, we don't have Hayden to talk to, so I'm going to talk to the second place guy on the charts right now. Looks like you're going to start this one P2 in about a minute and a half's time. How do we feel about the race tonight?
Pretty good, man. Rockingham's not my best track, so I'm gonna just kind of settle in for the first run there and just kind of get my bearings under me. But yeah, I think it'll be a good race.
It's AM4, and he says it's not one of your best tracks, but do you like the track?
It's not my favorite, though. I enjoy reruns from the track, so it's fun to watch. Not my personal favorite, but you know, not every track on the schedule is going to be a personal favorite, so that is okay. A little bit of challenge every now and then is good, yeah, right?
Right, exactly. So it's 1 and 2, very tight, and a little bit bumpy. 3 and 4, a little bit more wide open. Still bumpy, and well, the straightaways are bumpy. It's like bumpy Daytona, but much, much, much smaller.
Yeah, and extremely loose out of turn 2.
Loose out of 2. Some people saying it was really tight. I mean, got a little bit of everything going on.
I guess it depends on your entry and your middle if you're going to be tight or loose. If you run it if you get on the gas super early, you're going to be tight. If you get on the gas super late, you're going to trend loose, I guess. So everybody's right.
Exactly. Everyone's got different driving styles. Some places fit it, some places don't. Good luck, my guy.
Thanks, dude.
Travis Martin going to be starting P2 here. It's Hayden Lowell not out to get interviewed, that lazy bum. And here we go. Over into the main event. 13 cars set to take on Rockingham here. Have 120 laps. Drive like a man, Travis, says Wes Parker. That's sexist. You saying women can't drive, Wes? It's offensive, sir. We can't have that. Look, Hayden actually got out on track. Good job, Hayden. Drivers gridding up. We'll go ahead and kick off the Labor 12 music. So wait for the final few stragglers, Trenton Sneed and Tyler Lehman to get out there. Lehman may or may not get out there. He never did qualify. Don't know if the 64 car will enter or not. We shall see. Here we go. Starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12. We have Hayden Law on pole in the 67 Napa Ford. We have Travis Martin starting second in the 63 Taco Bell Chevy, both of those playoff drivers. Jeremy Scherer in the 15 Camaro. And we'll start that Bass Pro Shop Chevy in third. Mike Edwards in the Footwear Screen Logan's, let's see, this is Pregnancy and Infancy Loss Awareness car, so that's why it's blue and pink this week. We have Jeff Price in the 19 Maxtron Productions Pontiac in fifth. Trent Steve, Trans Technologies Corvette in sixth. Patsy Catalano in 9 SimSport Chevy in seventh. Zach Morrison Easton Transportation Nissan in eighth. Cliff Mullins Pinnacle Trailer Sales Pontiac in ninth. Ian Montrose also rocking that same pregnancy and loss awareness car scheme. Man, that's hard to say all at one time. Daniel Wallen Labor 12 Pontiac starts 12th. JR Deal Cave City Roleplay Ford starts 13th. Tyler Lane not out on track. Would start 11th if he did. That's our friends at Labor 12 providing that starting lineup music for us. Check them out anywhere you get your music. LaborXII.com. Hayden gets us started here at Rockingham. Travis Martin and Jeremy Scherer battle for second. See Mike Edwards right there in the picture as well. As Hayden's quickly jumped out to a lead, Travis Martin settles in for second. Edwards and Scherer both up high there, Price down low. Lap 1 complete. Hayden gets the bonus point for a lap led. First battle looks like it's going to be Trenton Sneed and Zach Margison battling for 6th. Margison gets kind of out of shape coming off turn number 2, scares the heck out of Trenton. Trenton then takes a real shallow entry into 3, and Margison takes away 6th. Catalano closing in the yellow number 4. And you see Montrose in the 1. Someone's around in the back. I believe that is Cliff Mullins in the 37. JR Deal. Looks like he slowed down to avoid him. Oh, they made contact on corner entry. JR Deal cleans out Cliff Mullins on entry. Take a look, see how they got there. Looks like JR's nose was there. Cliff didn't expect him to be there. I think Cliff was coming down to the bottom and did not know the 9 car was going to be there. Cliff kind of turns himself off JR's nose.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, my car's the wall and I'm trying to get by bed.
Right front damage on the 9. Looks like he'll be heading to the pit lane to get some repairs. I'm sure the 37 will be joining him too early for most of the cars. I don't think anybody on top of the tank here. Rockingham. Cockingham. See what you did there. You people in your game farm cocks is pretty entertaining. You people. Wonder if JRDO just made the cockument. Have to ask Hayden. So Llewellyn heads down pit lane. He didn't have any issue there, so he might just be topping off the tank to be a contrarian. Prove me wrong. Thanks, Daniel. Well, one driver topping off the tank. Still no Hayden to talk to. Let's have a chat with Jeremy Scherer. Scherer currently in the 3rd spot. Jeremy, DG, got a copy?
Oh, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. How are you, sir?
Feeling a little sick and worried I'm about to be the next yellow, but I'm all right.
Oh my, that's a lot of drama going on there for the 15 team. Oh, are you feeling sick? You got a little bit of a head cold or something?
Yeah, I've been dealing with a cold for the past couple days, so it's been a little bit of a struggle breathing, but
Breathing's overrated.
yeah, it is. Especially here. I don't need to hold my breath. Just send it.
Right, just send it. All right, we're half a lap away from green. You got any other thoughts on qualifying up there in the top and trying to make it to the next round here?
I gotta just hold it together and not burn up like I enjoy doing so much.
All right, bud. Good luck to you.
Thanks
And
a lot,
also, hope
man.
you feel better.
Thanks, man.
15 cars sitting in third, battling a head cold while he's battling all these other drivers to try and make the next round of the playoffs. A lot going on in the 15 camp. Pace car is about to get the hell out of the way. We'll have Hayden and Travis Martin. Hayden's chosen the top lane here. He'll launch out to the lead. Travis Martin left to contend with Mike Edwards for that second spot. Travis able to hang on. Edwards settles down in front of Scherer, takes away the third spot. Scherer drops to fourth. Price now fifth, and then Margerson and Sneed get to renew their battle. Price looking inside Scherer now. See all those bumps as they go through 3 and 4. Nice wide open into the track. You see a lot more speed on that end. Let's ride on board Jeff Price. Looks like a battle is opening up behind him. Trenton looking at Margerson. So they go down the backstretch into turn 3. See Trenton taking a bit more shallow of an entry compared to everyone else. Down into 1 and 2, much tighter into the track. You want a late apex because that wall jumps out at you quick off the turn 2 wall. You see the Price almost bounce off of it. A couple guys running much higher at 3 and 4. Like the 15 and the 19, happy with that high line. Trenton running right down on the yellow. Saw the back end kick out. He felt the car start to slide there a bit. Able to hang on to it. Margerson gets by Price. Moves his Nissan up into 5th. Reached a part of the season where it tends to get smaller fields as drivers get eliminated from contention. So Trenton has a blink right while he was going by Jeff Price. That was scary. Let's see, Trenton has jumped up to 6th now, past Price. Price falls to 7th. Montrose is 8th. Catalano 9th. Llewellyn in 10th. Then you have Cliff Mullins and J.R. Deal at the tail end of the field. Hayden still leads. Travis says it's not one of his better tracks, but here he is right on Hayden Lowell's back bumper. Jeremy Scherer holds one to that 3rd spot, trying to make his way into the top 8 in playoffs, currently just outside. Take a peek at our points here. Actually, Scherer's just inside. He's clear by 3 points. Needs to hang on to that. It's Llewellyn and Catalano that need to climb their way in. 2 points separate Margerson and Catalano, 8th and 9th. Catalano currently running 9th and Llewellyn 10th. Both of them are trailing the top 8 drivers. Not helping their cause at the moment. Catalano would need to try and find some advancement. Side by side for the race lead, Hayden Lowell and 63 of Martin. Then Scherer. Then a Margerson, Mike Edwards, Trenton Sneed, side by side for the 5th spot. That's Catalano working on Jeff Price. That'll help Catalano's cause. Giving away stage points at the end of lap 60. Sneed all the way down on the apron trying to get off of 2. It's Montrose now 1 in the 81 doing battle. 17 laps green so far. Well, I guess it was 16 since we had that spin. JR and Glyph. I forgot about that for a moment. My bad. Check in on Cliff. He is running 11th. JR Deal 12th. It's like Cliff just fixed the car up with the crew working on the damage. Did not take his fast repair. I believe Outlaw had to take his fast repair. Currently in 12th. The number 9 Mustang. Hayden leads in his Fusion ahead of Martin's Monte Carlo. Scherer's Camaro. Martison's GTR and Edwards' Camaro. Should we get a long green flag run? The cars that came down and took fuel during that last stop include Daniel Llewellyn, Cliff Mullins, and JR Deal. Llewellyn just topped off the tank. Mullins and Deal had some damage to work on. Edwards and Margison battle for 4th. Mickey trying to move his 14 past the 55. Using the low line to do it. Use the high line to pass the 81 of Sneed. Now Montrose drops to the bottom to try to follow his teammate. Margison hanging tough on that outside line. Does not want to give it up. Jeff Price slides up and into the wall in the 19 car. Playoff driver bouncing it off the fence in 1 and 2. See some right front damage now to that Pontiac as the fender's been pushed in. Margison and Edwards continue to battle. Edwards lost it back in there off 4. It's going to give Margison a chance to draw back alongside. Edwards all the way down on the apron, trying to get an advantage. Fortunately, all that does is give you a very shallow entry into 1, and that should give Margison the advantage. Edwards tucks back in behind him. Now, the 1 of Montrose looks at his teammate in the 14. Now Edwards and Montrose once again start at this battle for the 4th spot. Door to door as they enter turn number 3. Trent Sneed, Jeff Price being treated to a good battle here. Now Trenton decides to work on the 1 car of Montrose. Margison all the way up to about an inch off the wall. Oh my gosh, the 14's going to get turned.
Where's the beef?
Well, there's your beef. Edwards goes around, doesn't touch anything.
JR, was that you? Fuck you. No, I didn't know if Cliff got back to you.
Yep, that's netcode contact from iRacing, sending the 14 around.
What are you talking about?
Edwards drops down to 12th.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff. How we doing, Jake? Should see most of the field pit here, so they were getting close to fuel window. Run a couple of tests here real quick. Looks like they're both working now. Just having some chat lag. Hayden rolls down the pit lane. These pits go all the way into turn 1. See the empty pit stall. That'll be where Tyler Lanon's team didn't grid up. Everyone but Catalano hits the pit lane. Catalano looks like wants to pick up a point for a lap lead. Watch the race off the pit lane. Montrose on off the pit lane first. J.R. Deal will come out second. Then Hayden Law, Daniel Llewellyn, Jeremy Scher, Trenton Sneed, Margison, Travis Martin, Jeff Price, Mike Edwards. We'll check on all the different strategies. Cliff Mullins be the 12th car and final car off the pit lane. Catalano has opted to stay out in the 4. 28 laps of counting. Car has not been to pit lane all race. We look over the strategies being played. Top 2 cars look like they were fuel-only stops, Montrose and Deal, that came to the pit lane. Of course, Catalano has stayed out. Then we have tires for Hayden Lowell in 4th, Jeremy Scher 5th, Trenton Sneed 13.6. That's really quick, but could still be a tire stop. Zach Margison, Travis Martin, Mike Edwards all look like they're tire stops. Daniel Llewellyn going back down the pit lane.
Trenton, fix your dial at their neck.
Cliff Mullins back on the pit lane.
Hey, Trenton, just so you know, I'm dropping low at the start. I ain't got tires, and I ain't up here trying to wreck y'all. So, yeah. I fucked up and took tires at the beginning. So, I'm just going to drop low and let y'all go.
And JR did take a set of tires at the start of the race. Trenton Steed. Chrissy, Mom, if you're watching.
Family, cut your shit off.
Green flag back in the air. JR Deal to the top, getting up and out of the way, or at the bottom, excuse me. Letting everybody on the outside. Catalano. Montrose and Hayden. Hayden's the first one that took tires, sitting there in 3rd. Closing in on the one of Montrose's. Trenton still blinking like crazy. It's got to be driving people insane. Hayden going to get inside of Catalano. Montrose right there with him. Hayden will retake the lead. Slides up in front of Catalano. Now Montrose. Four stayed out, and the one didn't take tires, just gas. So these two are similar.
I promise that's not on purpose.
Margison going for
That
a ride.
escalated quickly.
Really bad.
And there's our 3rd caution. Trenton was blinking horribly. What happens to Montrose?
Trent, I love you, but if you don't get it fixed, if it doesn't fix this caution, I'm gonna ELL you. Hopefully someone can pass along that information.
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully someone can pass along that information. Muscular Wordio, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We were just watching the 55 Margison go around as Edwards got a huge run on him. Like maybe Margison had checked up for those guys in front of him.
I know Trenton family's watching. Cut your shit off.
Make up your mind, Daniel.
Got any mods that can throw that out, please? Cody's a mod. Throw out that last message, please, as I drink this purple drink for you. Did Trenton's internet finally bite the dust? Appreciate it, Cody. That puts Trenton in trouble for the playoffs if he's not able to get back in here quickly. Hopefully he can get back and
I'm gonna take the top.
get some points here. Check out those points once again.
It's on pit road.
He's trying to show Trenton. There he is. There he went. He's trying to stay in front of the pace car. Who knows where that pace car is?
Bruh.
Trenton struggling big time with internet connection.
Yay!
His internet's trying to eat him.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing.
Little early. Close, but a little early. Goes Hayden getting the restart here. Montrose in the second spot. It's like Catalano
Boogity, boogity. Let's go racing.
much closer. Montrose battling the 63 of Martin. Gets tight coming off of 2. Martin drives deep into 3. He'll take over second. Montrose now has to contend with Jeremy Scherer. Scherer took tires 2 cautions ago. Montrose has not taken him this race as they get very close there. Whew. I thought Scherer was going to get that quarter pedal. It was close. Scherer takes over the 3rd spot. Price now trying to take away 4th. Oh, Patsy Catalano and J.R. Deal.
That was my bad.
Catalano pushed Deal up a little bit. Deal able to hang on to it. Excellent save by the 9.
I fucked it. Go on.
Price sliding way up the track, getting out of the gas big time. Allows Montrose to get away and Edwards close back in.
Oh, let's try.
Oh, good deal. After it was my fault, I squeezed you. I thought I'd give you a bit of room. Sorry.
Catalano closing in on Edwards. Catalano, the freshest tires, just got him this caution. Only in that 7th spot. Right along and watch this battle ahead. Montrose, Price, and Edwards. These 2 teammates go side by side. Catalano checked up down the backstretch to try and set up a maneuver here. Gets to the inside of Montrose. Montrose still hasn't taken tires this race. Closing in on that halfway point. Hayden leading. 0.3 of a second over Travis Martin. Martin has 0.8 over teammate Jeremy Scherer. Scherer's got a full second over Price in the 4th spot. Edwards 5th. Catalano's up to 6th. Margerson now 7th. Montrose 8th and falling. So he's still on quite old tires on that number 1. Cliff Mullins trying to take away that 9th spot. J.R. Deal in 11th. It's 3 seconds back of now Montrose. It's Montrose getting passed by Cliff Mullins. Hayden continues to lead Scherer and Price. Price has Edwards, and there's Daniel Llewellyn getting crossed up on the backstretch. 23 car noses into the inside wall. Nobody around him to trigger the caution as J.R. Deal goes by. Llewellyn falls to 11th. Last car on a lead lap. We stay green. Catalano to that 5th spot, working over Jeff Price. Six-lap fresher tires than the other guys. You wouldn't think it mattered all that much, especially with a lot of that run under caution. Catalano putting those tires to use. Fuel window is about 30 to 40 laps, according to the driver of the 81, Trenton Sneed. Looks like Trenton has had internet issues. The 81 car, unfortunately, sidelined on the pit lane. Martin putting a move on the 67 of Hayden Lull. Ford versus Chevy up front. Travis has that inside line. He has to pitch off his exit, and Hayden Lull gets back around. Right on board with second place Travis Martin. Seems he made up a lot of ground last time in 3 and 4. This time made up a little bit again. 1 and 2 seems to be a little better for Hayden. Travis gets a good exit. Under 2/10 in closing. Travis just needs to figure out, I think, where to set up his pass, because he seems faster than Hayden at the moment. It's just so hard to pass on the bottom, especially in 1 and 2. It's got about 10 laps to try and get by him. Pick up those halfway points. Driver's kind of settled in at the moment. Margison's the only one really looking at a battle, as he had closed into Mullins there. Mullins able to get by. Top two have put quite a bit of distance over the rest of the fields. That is the gap from third to second. It's Martin trying to find a way past Hayden. Hayden getting loose there out of 4. I think Hayden's doing a bit of bottom guarding. Doesn't want Travis to get to his inside. And Travis is back in step out there. Race back to turn number 1. Martin giving it much more of a diamond. My favorite line around here. Enter low, let it drift up, then drop it back down low on exit. Such a fun way to drive this track. Maybe not the best way, but fun. Travis peeking to the inside. Not quite there. Just filling up Hayden's mirror, making him think about it. Catalano and Cher battling for 4th. Catalano is going to come up across the nose of Cher, go into the outside wall. Then Jeff Price is going to get into the back of Cher, turn him around. That'll bring out the caution, and that'll be brutal on Cher. Cher was in decent spot to pick up good playoff points halfway. Let's go back and see what happened.
Sorry.
See Cher up top. Catalano comes up the track, gets into the nose of the 15, wasn't clear. And then as Cher saves it, Jeff Price gets into the back of him. Price wasn't expecting the 15 car to be dropped in his lap. Cher goes around. Catalano from the force perspective. It's like he was trying to overdrive the corner and slide up in front of him, but didn't quite have him cleared. Puts them both in the fence. Now we'll see who pits for halfway and who does not. Hayden comes down. Catalano is going to stay out. Cher is going to pit. Not going to have very many laps left when we go green. Could have been a good place to stay out and steal some points. Catalano seems to be the only one going for that strategy. So everyone else hits the pit lane. Watch the race off the pit road. Hayden fuel only, down and away. Come back out in second. And Travis Martin, Mike Edwards, Jeremy Scher, Jeff Price, Margison Mullins, Montrose Llewellyn. Looks like Deal's fixing some damage on the 9. Unfortunately, it seems we've lost Trenton. There's the 9 getting his repairs. 32-second stop for the 9. And Catalano leads in the 4. The heavy rear end damage to the 4 after that contact with 15. Jeremy Scher. Take a look once again at our points. Catalano is down there in 9th, underneath the cut line, and currently in position to pick up 10 points. Leading this race. Like the 4 might be gambling for those stage points. It'll be a struggle though. I'm telling you, if the 4 has to pit under green, that's going to be brutal. If the lights go out here, it's what, a 1-lap shootout? Best case scenario for the 4 is the lights stay on the pace car when we get to the stripe. We'll watch from the roof of the 4. See how that plays out. The lights go out on the pace car, so Catalano really up against it here. Gonna be going green as we start lap 60. You have to run a full lap. Thanks, Cody. Be a full lap for Catalano to have to hang on. Needs a really big jump and a lot of luck, I think. Hayden didn't take tires either. That is the other thing going for the 4 team. Front 2 cars did not take tires. Everyone else did. Except for maybe Llewellyn. Shows Llewellyn 12 seconds in the pits. May have done a little bit of damage repair on the 23, excuse me. So top 2 on old tires. A 1-lap shootout to give away points. End of lap 60. We're about to start lap 60. This pace car heads off. Green flag back in the air. Catalano trying to get the jump and steal 10 points here. Martin already all over Catalano, past Hayden. Catalano trying to hold off Martin, just can't keep the car to the bottom. Martin's going to get to the inside. Here we come to the line. Catalano looks like maybe, who knows, to see what the system says. That was so close. Let's go give it to Catalano. Catalano gets the 10, Martin 9, Hayden 8, Mike 7, Jeff Price 6, Montrose 5, Cher 4, Cliff Mullins 3, JR Deal 2 points, and Daniel Wall gets 1 point. So the gamble pays off for the 10 points for Catalano. Now has to get back in pit cycle. That's going to be a struggle unless they get a quick yellow. If it goes green, Catalano is going to have to pit relatively soon. Catalano, Edwards, Hayden Lowell, 3 wide into 3. That could bring out the yellow. Catalano gets pushed up. Maybe didn't know they were 3 wide. What happened to Margerson? Great idea. Great question. See him sitting on the pit lane. See if we can find what happened to the 55. He's trying to get inside Mullins down on the flat of the racetrack. That spins him out and into the end of pit wall, Kyle Larson style. Pops a motor on the 55. So that is what happened to Margerson.
Sorry about that, Cliff.
And there is the caution that Catalano needed.
That was all me. I'm sorry.
Looks like Catalano was involved in it. Jeff Price out of shape and up and into the 4-4, just in a bad spot.
Nah, I had to come back onto the track and I must have
See Price is back in, sliding,
I must have slowly up, so I'm sorry
gets into the 4.
He likes to be squeezed.
Price and Catalano tangle there.
harder, Daddy.
I
Awkward.
fucked up to my best car earlier, so get her done, boys.
It's like Jeff Price already burned his fast repair. Well, that could be trouble. His right side's pretty banged up. Hopefully it doesn't give him required repairs and he can get back out there. We got a split decision. Martin stays out with Edwards, Lowell, Mullins, Montrose. On the pit lane, the 9 of Deal, 4 of Catalano, 15 of Scher, 23 of Llewellyn, and Jeff Price. Looks like Margerson's completed his repairs from hitting the end of the pit lane and taking a tow. He is 2 laps down. Jeff Price showing 1 lap down. Things to keep an eye on. Sure, that's not the way Catalano wanted to get that caution to come out for him, but still going to work out okay, I think. Obviously, he took the fast repair here. Car no longer beat all to hell. Catalano heads back out on track. Yeah, points have been all over the place. Travis Martin trying to make little Monte Carlo Mustang babies. Kind of feel like going on an AI now and seeing what that would look like. Probably pretty terrifying. He. He. Wouldn't that make a Pontiac? That's pretty good. Edwards in second. Hayden in third. Mullins fourth. Montrose fifth. All those drivers stayed out. 9 laps since those cars have been to the pit lane. Daniel Llewellyn came down, took fuel. Catalano took tires. And a quick repair for the 4 team. Jeremy Scher took some damage repair, 21 seconds for the 15 team in the box. JR Deal 43 seconds, still trying to get that 9 car worked on. You see that right front torn up pretty bad on that Mustang. And Margeson just had that tow 2 laps down, only car off the lead lap. So the next 2 cautions, if he can stay out of them, Margeson would get the lucky dog. Back in the day, it's how Pintos were made, Monte Carlos and Mustangs. Oh my. How do 2 big cars make a little car like that? Apple fell pretty far on that tree. Across the halfway mark. We see when a big car and a big car like each other enough to be inside of one another. This is a family show. Race leader Travis Martin chooses outside for the restart. Ford Mustang gets out of our way. Still got 10 cars left running here. Martin jumps out to a quick lead. We have Edwards and Mullins side by side for second.
Sorry.
Montrose already apologizing to people. Mikey takes over second. Mullins left to fight with Hayden Lowell for third. Mullins going to use it outside to take over the third spot. Montrose going to overtake Hayden as well, move up to fourth. Remember, Hayden just took fuel on his last stop, so the 67 saving a set of tires. Mullins dead sideways off of 2 right in front of Montrose. Lowell's going to put it 3 wide through the middle. Cliff with the heck of a save.
Too much paint.
Montrose powers back around Hayden. Takes the third spot now as Mullins drops to 5th. Catalano and Scherer side by side. Mullins up against the wall again. Scherer's going to send it in there. They're going to drift it around the corner. See if Mullins can save this one. He does. Cliff Mullins, another hell of a save. Scherer cooked it into the corner.
Wow, you're picky.
Scherer working to take the 5th spot away from Mullins. Mullins tucks in behind Scherer ahead of Deal.
Too much paint, too much bumper, too much wall, too much not shutting the fuck up.
Wow.
Love you, Cliff.
That is rich coming from Hayden Lull. JR Deal in 7th, Daniel Wall in 8th. Wallen fighting Margison. Margison not on the lead lap, is 2 laps down currently. Then you have Catalano in 9th, the last car on the lead lap. Margison needs the 4 to stay on the lead lap before the next caution. Travis Martin out in front, Mike Edwards, Ian Montrose, your top 3. There's pinkish purple on all 3 cars in the top 3. That's fun. Martin hoping this thing goes green. Keeps Hayden Lull pinned back as Lull chose not to take tires. Martin enjoying the clean air. Edwards now 2nd, Montrose 3rd. There's Hayden on those older tires in 4th, still running very good lap times. Jeremy Scherer in the 5th spot. So he's gotten away from Mullins after those 2 made some contact. Scherer's gaining on Hayden Lull. Fresher tires for the 15 team. Mullins 6th. JR Deal 7th. Wallen in 8th. Catalano 9th. So those 2 battle. Catalano closes right on the back of the 23 Pontiac. And Catalano won the halfway points. 10 points for the 4 teams. He's trying to climb above the cutoff line. Catalano having a bit of an internet issue now too. Jeez. Not another one. Already lost Trenton. Martin, Michael, and Montrose. Just wanted to do them all M's. Mike Edwards in 2nd. Those 3 have 3.5 seconds over Hayden Lull and Jeremy Scherer battling for 2nd. Scherer got very tight coming off of 2. Hayden just kept his foot in it. Didn't blink at all. Allows Mullins to get back by Scherer. Scherer's going to have to regroup. Mullins on the move. Hayden's now 4.8 seconds back from the leaders. 40 laps to go. 1 pit stop at least to go. I'm sure Hayden would try to short pit and try to get off those tires as soon as possible once he can make it, but he would have to drive part of that race a lap down and hope for no caution at that point. So Hayden's kind of put him in a bad spot here, trying to save a set of tires. It's kind of backfired on him a bit. He's hoping for a yellow any time now, so he can come take that next set of tires. Everyone else probably hoping for it to go green. Mullins moves up into 4th. You see Scherer in 6th. Trying to move up into the top 5. Scherer working outside Hayden Lowe. Margis in the lap car coming right up behind Hayden. Hayden kind of pinched him in the wall there. Margison probably not too thrilled. But Margison knows if he turns Hayden, he doesn't get the lucky dog. Martin almost a full second now over Edwards. Hayden's now 6.2 back of race leader Travis Martin. Been the fastest car of the race, got caught out not taking a set of tires as this long green flag run kicks off. A lot of those top cars looking at a pit stop soon. Some guys can go much longer. So you see Margison 2 laps down, battling the 67 of Lowell. Catalano in 7th. JR Deal 8th. Daniel Lowell in 9th. Margison said thank you to Lowell as Lowell let him go by. Now Lowell's fighting him back to the inside. Closest battle on track currently, well, it's Hayden Lowell trying to catch Jeremy Scherer. Scherer just gotten by him not too long ago. There is the white 15 ahead. Closing in on 30 laps to go. Everyone can make it from here. It's all just about who pits win. Or if we get a caution. 32 laps to go. 32 laps complete since the last time the top 4 cars pit. So we're right at that crossover. Granted, there was some yellow in there. Jeremy Scherer in 5th right now, just ahead of Hayden. He last pit 24 laps ago. Hayden fighting for the 5th spot. Back in, touches the apron a little bit and is able to hang on to it. Lost momentum, but did not wreck the car like Margison did into the pit lane. Definitely don't want to be hitting the apron in the corners here. Car gets very out of shape. Lowell back to the bottom once again. See Catalano not too far back. Catalano's creeping into this 5th place battle. Now 30 laps to go. Top 4 fuel tanks are starting to get kind of light. It's been 35 laps since the top 4 have been to the pit lane. So we watch this battle for 5th. Scherer and Lowell. That'll put Hayden back to 5th spot. Jeremy Scherer slides to 6th. And then there is Catalano trying to reel him in the 4. Scherer battles the lap machine of Margison. Got the radios open and keeping an eye on these top 4 cars, seeing when they decide to come to the pit lanes. They work down the backstretch. Travis Martin enjoys a 2.8 second lead. Roars into turn 3. Martin will keep it on track. With Hayden moving back into 5th, the top 5 cars have not been to pit lane in 38 laps. Fuel window is 30 to 40, according to Trenton. However, there was yellow in there. Could extend the tank a few laps.
67 pitting, 67 pitting.
There's 5th place Hayden dropping off the pit lane. Mike Edwards also 2nd place. Off the track into the pit lane. So 2 of our top 5 hit the pit lane with 25 to go. Mike Edwards and Hayden Lowell. Sure, it won't be much longer for the 63, Travis Martin. He makes it the very next lap. Onto the pit lane comes leader Travis Martin. Montrose going to stay out. That tells me Montrose is going to hope for a caution. JR Deal on the pit lane. Martin gets to his box. Edwards down and away. There is Hayden. So far everyone's stop has been clean. Martin down and away. Montrose to his pit lane. Cliff Mullins decides the pit. Catalano is going to stay out. Catalano, Jeremy Scherer, and Daniel Wallen could have gone longer, but Scherer and Llewellyn both hit the pit lane. Check in on Martin. There he is, working his way down the backstretch ahead of Mike Edwards. See where they all cycle out. Catalano stays out once again. Mullins and Montrose on the pit lane together. Montrose will beat Mullins out of pit lane. I think he'll lose the spot to Hayden, though. Hayden's booking it. He'll pick off Montrose for position. Hayden up to 4th. As Montrose drops from 3rd down to 5th. Catalano still has to pit, so Montrose would move back up to 4th when that happens, but that'll put Hayden into the top 3. He has Mike Edwards as the next one to run down with 20 to go. As the 4 of Catalano wrecks from the lead, and the caution is out.
I couldn't go anywhere past you. I tried to go outside and sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, that puts a wrench in things. Travis is right in the back of him. That was odd. Watch this from Martin's perspective. Catalano's up the track into the wall, then loses it right in front of Travis. Travis does check up, but not able to stay out of the 4. Just surprised him hitting the wall right in front of him in his rhythm and not able to slow down in time or avoid the 4 car. Catalano goes around as the leader. That puts Catalano still in the lead.
Sit, Mike. I need you to.
Ahead of Edwards. Edwards has going to have to stay out to stay on a lead lap.
Lucky dog.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Goes Edwards back on the lead lap. Now everyone else has got to take a wave around. Catalano gets the pit from the lead. Travis Martin's going to stay out and become the leader. Catalano hits the box. Martin will be your race leader. Catalano gets the pit, get a fresh set of tires, and come out right next to Travis Martin. Intriguing setup now, as Catalano will be second. Mike Edwards will be the lucky dog. Be a lot of cars lined up on the inside line. A lot of wave arounds coming. Travis Martin. Edwards will have to let Catalano by. And Hayden Lowell will be a wave around car to get back on the lead lap. Right behind Daniel Llewellyn. Llewellyn also taking the wave around to go from 2 laps down to 1. Hayden, Montrose, Mullins, Shearer, Margison all taking a wave around. Looks like Deal's been to the pit lane, got a fresh race car. Maybe not. Still right front damage on there, so. At first it looked like a brand new car, but it's not. Certain angles that car looks good, JR. Then that angle it doesn't look so good. You can see the right front damage. Edwards, the lucky dog in third. I thought Hayden was going to be the lucky dog, but apparently it is Edwards. Race leader, Travis Martin, way back here. Look at all the cars in front of him. All 6 of those cars getting a wave around. Catalano in second after getting turned. Fresh rubber on the 4 car. Travis Martin stayed out. I think he was out of tires. Otherwise, he probably would have come down and put them on there. There are your top 2. Then you'll have the lap car of JR Deal. Then you should have Mike Edwards. And then you'll have the wave around cars. Normally the lucky dog has to start at the tail end of the field. Mikey gets to start just behind JR. Only 1 car between him and the top 2. Don't think Edwards had a set of tires either. Catalano could be sitting pretty here with the freshest tires in the 4. So maybe Martin running over him and spinning him around could be a good thing for him. Green flag back in the air. Catalano caught napping on that restart. And then you have Edwards, Llewellyn, Hayden, Montrose. Running order completely jumbled up. This Catalano's car a little more damaged than we thought. Not quite able to take off with those fresher tires. Montrose is sliding the 1 car on the inside line. Right. Hangs on to it. Cliff Mullins will send him 3 wide into turn 1. This could get sketch. Llewellyn way up the hill. Montrose slides up, squeezes Mullins. Mullins out of the throttle and lives to fight another day. Montrose still battling as Edwards takes over second. It's now 1.3 seconds behind race leader Travis Martin. Although Catalano fighting hard on the outside line. Hayden Lowell pinched in behind him. Travis Martin tries to get away. Edwards has to pinch the car down on corner exit. Catalano drives it off deep into turn 3. 3-car battle for seconds. Very entertaining. Catalano back in dancing on that 4 car. Montrose all the way up into the outside wall, trying to get to the outside of JR Deal. Deal not even for position, but he is wanting it anyway. Catalano able to squeeze ahead of Edwards. Now 67 of Lowell gets inside the 14. Lowell's already advanced to the next round. Edwards fighting to be in the next round with him. Trying to go from 12 to 8. Catalano just ahead of him, having a great race, trying to also make the next round. Edwards going to run on back of Catalano. Nowhere to go as he's battling Hayden Lull. Lull kind of using the 4 as a pick here. Edwards had a hell of a run there, but had nowhere to take it. Now he gets up into the fence with Catalano, both of them into the wall in 1 and 2. Hayden moves comfortably into second. Travis's lead now almost 2 seconds over Hayden Lull. Oh no, where'd everything go? Hayden still second. Mike Edwards battling Catalano for third. Ian Montrose closing in. Like Cliff Mullins had a hell of a slide out of turn 2, hangs onto the car. Martin to the stripe at Rockingham. 8 laps to go. Gap is 2 seconds. Then you have the Delta Prime cars trying to work over Catalano. Oh, Catalano kills the wall, takes both Delta Prime cars into the inside wall hard. Edwards and the 1 of Montrose.
Damn! You fucking killed me. Oh,
No caution, Llewellyn's in the wall.
I'm dead.
Cars
That's not
going
a caution?
every which way to avoid him. There's no cars left to trigger the caution. So Travis leads Hayden. Catalano is third. And Jeremy Scherer's up to
You
fourth.
didn't have the decency to bring out a yellow.
Cliff Mullins now in fifth as he avoided all that. Edwards still soldiering around sixth. Montrose seventh. They're back together. Like Montrose has more speed. Edwards lets him by. Montrose to sixth. Edwards seventh. JR Deal in the 8th spot, 1 lap down.
Get this bitch off the track. God damn.
Daniel Holland limping it around on the inside.
In the middle of it.
Guys are wanting a caution. Some of them are anyway. Travis Martin does not.
Don't do that.
Martin does not want a caution. Scherer
No,
third,
buddy,
Catalano
you're
fourth.
already there.
Yeah, I'm gonna add more to it. Fuck it.
Llewellyn left front tire not even rolling. As Edwards bounced back onto the track right in front of him. Chaos at the Rockingham is erupted. Travis Martin crossed the line one more time. 4 laps to go. He's open for no yellow. Hayden doing a rain dance just about, wanting anything he can do for a yellow. You have Scherer, Catalano third and fourth. JR Deal a lap down in 7th. Cliff Mullins soldiering around there in the 5th spot. He and Montrose damaged car is 6th. Mike Edwards came in, took his fast repair, went back out. It's 2 laps down in 8th, and there is the caution. What brought that out? I think Cliff Mullins. Mullins caught the apron on corner exit, and around it goes. That is the caution Travis Martin did not want, but C2X and Cliff Mullins and Hayden Lull did want. Funny how that works. Mike Edwards probably angry the caution came out when it did. Hayden goes to the pit lane, has a set of tires, because of course he does. JR Deal says, watch out, I am high.
We know.
Mullins on the pit lane along with Montrose. Montrose stayed on the lead lap. It's always fishy, Ethan. Always. Edwards had just hung on another couple laps. He would have got the free yellow. Instead is now 2 laps down. Daniel getting a little backwards with his lettering and said, "You licked me" instead of "You killed me." Something you want to tell us there, Daniel? Oh yeah, Kermit. I already had some drama. Caution should never come out. But 2 cars with C2X on them. One of them was second wanting a caution. One of them was out in the middle of nowhere and spun out. Drama, drama, drama. And of course, that 67 car had a set of tires laying in the pits. So he came down and took them. Has 3 cars to pass to win the race. Would league racing be without drama? Boring. That's what it would be without drama. Give me the drama. But then when the race is over, shut the hell up with your drama. It's extremely sus, Margison. Extremely. Doesn't mean there's something there. Doesn't mean there's not something there. It's just what it is. It's extremely sus. That is what it is. Green flag back in the air. Travis Martin, 2 laps to try and hold off the field. Jeremy Scherer, his best friend right now, needs to hold up the 67 as much as he can. Hayden goes all the way to the top. Doesn't hold him up at all. Hayden into the wall. Daniel Llewellyn wrecking in the background. Hayden Lowell's going to drive away with second and try to chase down Travis Martin. 1 lap to do it in. Montrose also took a set of tires here. He's into the wall. He's going to go outside of Scherer. White flag is out. Travis Martin's trying to run away with it. Hayden Lowell's trying to steal it. Drive down into turns 3 and 4. Hayden's going to shoot the gap on the outside. Travis Martin, nothing he can really do. Hayden Lowell gets the yellow he needs and gets the win. Travis Martin second. Ian Montrose finishes third. Jeremy Scherer fourth. Cliff Mullins now shown fourth. Jeremy Scherer fifth. Catalano sixth. J.R. Deal seventh. Edwards finishes eighth. Margison ninth. And Daniel Wallen 10th.
That was a great race, guys. Travis, I feel so bad stealing another one from you, but that was a great race. I really appreciate you racing me clean at the end there. You totally could have walled me.
I would have walled him.
Oh, no worries, dude. GG. Nice race.
Definitely, Brandon. Definitely. Travis won't say it, but we will. Travis won't say it, but we will. All right. Let's see. Travis Martin. Trav, DG to booth. You got a copy?
Oh,
Hello. Well, that was a bummer.
I'm a little disappointed, but hats off to Hayden for saving that last set.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to cost him dearly, and then that mysterious caution came out, and well, here we are.
Quite mysterious.
Quite mysterious. It's
well.
the most official way we can put that, I guess.
That's how racing goes.
That is how racing goes, or lack
That's
thereof.
okay, dude. Still a fun race. We got some good racing in there. There was a lot of green flag racing, which I enjoyed. Good race.
Heck yeah. Well, congrats
Nothing,
on a P2 finish.
nothing to be upset about, to be honest.
Good P2 finish, and we're moving on to the next round of the playoffs, I am certain, because you had good points last week and good points this week. I should see you there. So how do you feel about moving on to the next round?
That's good, dude. Maybe this is the year or the season. We'll see.
Yeah, we need a Ghostman title. We just need it.
From my mental clarity, it's sanity, whatever. I need a mental health championship.
There you go. It's going to be a what's it called? It's the emotional support championship.
There you go.
All right, bud. We got those friends, family, sponsors, shout outs for us tonight.
Of course, dude. My 10 Tenths boys, love y'all's faces. 1023graphics.com for the schemes. And of course, my main man, DJ Swiss, dude. Really excited to go back and watch this one. There's a lot of good racing in there. So it'd be fun watching that back, dude. I do appreciate you.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for being part of our community. We'll see you next week.
Love your face.
Put him back in his team chat, and we'll find Ian Montrose in the one. Ian, DG, you got a copy?
Done.
Well, you got those fresh tires, saved the set all the way for the end in the very last restart. Did you think you would be able to come away with a third place finish after that?
You'd hope so, with all the saving that we were doing. I mean, we literally strategized for that exact scenario to play out. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I got onto the podium, but I wish we had a few more laps to see if we could have, pushed Hayden for the win. But we'll still take the third place, considering we had to take the fast repair just before the green white. So I think all in all, a good points haul from the stage and from the race ending. So yeah, not too bad today.
And we should see you moving on next week. The way things shake out with Trenton and Jeff dropping out. So I don't know. What do you think about next round?
Yeah, honestly, I have been taking it race by race. I'm not even sure where we're racing next week.
I can find out very quickly. We have Talladega.
Okay, well, that's a bit of a crapshoot in its own right. But yeah, we've had a decent playoff start, and I thought our race pace was pretty good today, despite going 58 laps on some tires. So yeah, I thought we handled it well. I just want to thank Bill for helping me out tonight. He was helping me spot, so appreciate him.
Talladega and Phoenix for next round.
All right, I can live with Phoenix. I don't mind it as long as it's not the legacy one. I like the newer one.
No, it's the cheater one where you get to cut half the track.
Yeah. Exploring track limits,
What track limits? It's paved, used it apparently.
Damn right.
Go out in the parking lot, fuck it. All right, well, congrats on that P3. Go ahead, hit me with the friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you for broadcasting, and like to thank who does ARCA on Mondays? Oh, Hayden. Yeah, Hayden. Thank Hayden for adminning the series. Thank you to Spittin Venom for sponsoring the series. And then obviously Cave City Cave RP, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Labor 12. It is October Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, which is why I have adorned this wonderful paint scheme. So raising awareness for that. This league does a good job of supporting those different things. So make sure you check out and raise awareness to that. And yeah, appreciate Dog Prime as well. Thank you.
Take 4. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next race.
Appreciate it, DG. Thanks. Take care.
Put Ian back in his team chat. And we'll drop in and talk to Hayden. Well, sir, that worked out perfectly for you.
It did. We played some strategy right. I thought it was going to be wrong, but it ended up working out in the end.
Yeah, it looked like you got it exactly wrong, and then your teammate helped you out, got you the caution, and next thing you know, you're winning.
Well, at least it was an alleged teammate this time, and not oh crap, I don't even remember their team name.
Well,
I don't know what low drag. There we go. They call themselves low drag.
Yeah. All right, you got those friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for your win tonight.
I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Madigan Motorsports, C2X, and Arc Music as always. Would like to thank you, Swiss, for putting on the broadcast. Would like to thank the Spittin Venom podcast for sponsoring this 9th season of the Sidewinder Racing League's ARCA series. So big shout out to them. Would also like to thank FSM Customs for sponsoring the Friday Night IMSA League. And I would like to thank all of our other partners and sponsors and admin over in the Sidewinder Racing Leagues for making this all possible.
You know, you've done enough of these. You think you would have that down pat by now.
I really should tape a script at the bottom of one of my monitors.
Right?
So I can just read, and then just get out of here so I don't keep stuttering and forgetting.
If you just read it right off there and casually go through you wouldn't have to even think anymore.
Exactly.
All right. Well, congrats on your win, and we'll see you back here next week.
I would like to say I do feel bad for stealing. It seems like I steal so many of these from Travis. I can think off the top of my head Chicagoland last season, and now this one here, and I'm pretty sure another one earlier this season I took from Travis. So, Travis, dude, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you racing me clean. It means a lot. So, big shout out to everyone that made this made a clean finish there.
Okie doke. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Hayden will get in the win tonight. Let's run through our final standings from the race. Short field tonight as the playoffs are underway and people are realizing they're not going to win a championship and they feel like not racing anymore. Just happens every season. Hayden, Travis Martin, Ian Montrose on the podium. Mullins and Scherer, your top 5. Catalano, Deal, Edwards, Marderson, and Llewellyn pick up top 10s. And the final couple of people, Tyler Lane never got on track, but Trenton Sneed had some internet issues, and Jeff Price ran into 2 different accidents and lost his fast repair early and did not have a car capable of competing, so he retired that car in 11th. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. We'll see who made it to the final round as soon as the points be put up by Hayden. Until then, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you all so much. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsor slides and pay the bills. We have to thank 911fleetservices.com doing our Wednesday night Cup series. Cave City Roleplay does our Thursday night truck series. Then you have Fort Worth Screen Printing doing our Tuesday night Xfinity series. FSM Customs does our Friday night IMSA League, as Hayden mentioned a little bit earlier. Then you have Golden Eagle Syrup doing our Friday Super Speedway series. That one's a lot of fun. Always nail biter coming down to the line to see who wins those. So that is a great time. Come check it out on Friday. Light on My Life Candle. They give away a candle every Tuesday night. So come by for our Tuesday triple headers and get in on that candle giveaway. Speaking Tuesday triple headers, you have M9 Performance doing our modified setups late Tuesday night. Steed Tombstone Game Farm, our street stocks on Sunday. Spittin Venom Podcast did this race you just watched. Check them out on Spotify. Check their podcast out. 1023graphics.com does our dirt street stocks on Tuesday. Get some awesome base paint schemes and slap your logos on there and go out there and race and have a good time looking good. 1023graphics.com. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We appreciate you being here. This has been part of the DG Broadcast Network. I have to say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up this track, these cars, come race with us, and be part of our community. We'd love to have you join. Go over to dgsracing.com. Click that big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up to run any of our 9 different series. During the playoffs, there is a rating cap, but once we get done with the playoffs, it'll be open to everybody once again. Appreciate you guys being part of it, and we'll see you next race.